Hey, coffee cuties, we are back with another banger. And today we are back with another reaction video where I give my raw and unfiltered opinion about viral topics surrounding coily natural hair. And today we definitely have a banger indeed because we have a woman on TikTok who is currently going viral after receiving some horrible heat damage. So, if you're like me, unfortunately, many of us have experienced heat damage after going to professionals. And this story, this might be one of the worst cases of heat damage that I personally have seen, especially for it to be someone with a notable name and salon and all this type of stuff. It is just insane to me that in 2025, stylists are still not learning how to properly protect and take care of natural curly hair because we know as Black women, we put a lot of pride and we just really love our hair. And it seemed like that they would appreciate and love our hair the same way, but unfortunately, no one is going to love and appreciate your hair the same way you do. There are some good stylists out here that may, cater to your hair just as much, but overall, in my experience, I'm the only one who really is going to be an advocate and take care of my hair the way that it needs to be taken care of. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and hear your girl's story, get some comments, read some commentary. You know how we do. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
Um, I honestly didn't think that I would ever have to make a video like this, but clearly something has happened to my hair and I have to address it. I have to talk about it. Y'all know I recently got a silk press from a professional celebrity hair salon, and I told the hairstylist, I haven't gotten a silk press in over a decade. It's been a really long time. I just want to make sure that my curls revert back. I trust you, all these things, but clearly my hair did not revert. I washed my hair 3 times actually. It still was like lifeless and limp, and the curls did not come back from like ear to ear. So basically like the half of my head. And it's just been such a frustrating experience because I've this has never happened to me before in all my years of being natural, of all my years of ever straightening my hair. I've never experienced this much heat damage. Here's what I think happened. During the wash process, there was a hot oil treatment used, and I don't think it was completely washed out because the hairstylist mentioned it halfway through the blow dry process that we had to go back to the bowl and wash my hair again because she thought that there was still some hot oil treatment residue left over. So once we went back to the bowl, she washed my hair again, and then we had to go through and blow dry my hair again. Also, at this time during the rinse, my shirt did get wet. So during the flat ironing process, she had to do another pass of the flat iron because my hair was reverting in the back because my shirt was wet. So I feel like it's evident in the damage that I have that like from where she stopped blow drying, the heat from the blow dryer and the oil might have like amplified the heat conduction. I'm not too sure, but
Also, a smaller flat iron was used, and come to find out, it's a very cheap flat iron that has no temperature control, reaches 450 degrees max, and is known to burn hair and cause damage, which is so disappointing because as a celebrity hair salon with their prices, I expect quality products to be used on my hair.
this is just what's evident in the damage that I have. Yeah, I've never experienced any heat damage like this ever in my life. Even when I was a straight natural, I still had a curl pattern. So I'm just really confused on how this even happened. But I've cried, I've mourned about it, and now I think it's just time to stop spiraling and try to fix and heal my hair if that's even possible. Here's the plan. I think I'm gonna try and do like a 2 to 3 month hair boot camp of like using balm builders, deep conditioners, just going through this process of trying to heal my hair. And I know that the curl pattern will not be the same, but hopefully there can be a curl pattern because right now it's looking like a relaxer. But if nothing changes, I fear I might have the big chop, and I've never, ever, ever done that in my life. So I'm scared. But thank y'all for just letting me have the space to be honest because I feel like I have to come and make this announcement and navigate this new chapter with y'all in a way that is just so vulnerable for me because you guys know like black hair trauma, going to salons, like and mistrust and all those things. I feel like it's just reignited that for me. So I'm like mentally dealing with that and then having to like go through just so many drastic transitions all at once. And the idea of like having to chop my hair, it's just a lot of like pulling and tugging at my confidence and like my trust and all those things. So it's a lot for me, but thank y'all. And hopefully the journey is worth it because, oh my God, I miss my hair so much. But hair will grow back. Hair will go back. Um,
OMG. So this story is absolutely insane. I will be so pissed off. There's no other way to put it. Like, oh my God. Like when I got heat damage years ago. It's probably been like 6 years now. Mine was primarily in the Bay Area. I tell this story all the time. It was by a professional, and I felt like it was a little bit too hot, but we were in the middle of conversation. It was my first time going to her too. I'm just not really feeling like I needed to say anything. But when I tried to revert my hair back, like she said, washed it multiple times, even she gave me some suggestions about conditioners to use, and it was just limp dead, like dead hair. I ended up cutting it all off or whatever the case may be. But it sounds like your girl, she has a lot more damage. So I understand why she's hesitant to cut all that beautiful hair off and wants to try to build it up slowly. Like that probably would be the steps I would take as well initially if I had my whole back of my head was basically just like she said, it's pretty much heat damage and relaxed hair are so similar. Also, color damage too. They all to me are so similar. Like it's basically just dead hair. But when she showed how her beautiful hair looked before, I'm going to play it on mute as well so we can kind of get some images of her hair. So you have to be really careful. It doesn't matter if your hair is long, if it's short, if it's medium length or whatever. If you have beautiful, healthy, coily hair, you have to be careful with who you trust in your head because a lot of jealousy goes on, a lot of uneducated stylists and everything in between. And she went to a professional celebrity hairstylist salon, but it's clear that the stylists that work within the salon are not vetted or properly trained because, yeah, blow drying and then you still got product left. I got to go get it washed again, blow drying again using cheap flat irons. All that type of stuff is just absolutely insane. I would have been, my anxiety would have been through the roof if I was sitting in that chair and she had to blow dry my hair multiple times and pass it with a small, and then that part too, when the towel wet her hair and she passed it some more. Oh my God, like this is insane. I don't know if the professional hair salon actually came out and gave a statement or not. There is going to be an update that I'm going to play here in a second. So, first, I'm going to see what a few people have to say. So, someone says, sue everyone, including me, LOL. Someone else said, why would they do a hot oil treatment before a silk press? So, yeah, I never heard of a hot oil treatment being done before a silk press. Now, I hear that you should deep condition your hair before a silk press to make sure that you have all of the hydration and nutrients and all that stuff within your hair. But let me know down below, do you do a hot oil treatment before a silk press? That seems off as well. She didn't mention what type of heat protectant the girl used, if any at all. This is again very insane because us as Black women, we love our hair, and that's okay. It's part of our identity, it's part of our culture. It's just so many spiritual meanings even behind our hair, and we have the right to be able to be treated right when we go to professionals, like she said, and paying top dollar at this point because we know these hairstylists are charging an arm and a leg, and we just want to be treated fairly. So someone else said, one silk press does not create that kind of damage. They put relaxer in your hair. So there is a lot of allegations going on just all over social media that a lot of these salons are putting relaxer into these chemicals in order to give you just the perfect silk press, not worrying about you wanting to preserve your coils and want your hair to revert back rather to its original state, and basically just a temporary hairstyle. But so many people have so much textures ideals or whatever the case may be, and they feel like and assume that everybody wants straight hair. That's just not the case. So someone else said they relaxed your hair, maybe a texturizer. Yeah, you need to sue. Someone else said, I know how much this has affected you, Fola, and you've handled this with class and grace as you usually do. And for that, I want to say you'll bounce back 10 times harder. I believe you went to Kimball Hair Studio. So that is where she went, Kimball Hair Studio. That is a celebrity hairstylist, and I guess she has her own salon, but Kimball herself was not the one that was actually doing her hair. It was one of her stylists within the salon. But anyway, she says, I really hope both the business and the stylist handle this matter with full accountability and a genuine need to make this right in any way they can. So outside of suing, I guess you could give a refund. You can sue if you feel like it was some more negligence involved, such as putting relaxers in your shampoo, conditioner, whatever the case may be, then yeah, you can go forward. But if it was like, okay, everything was quote unquote done correctly and it still managed to lead you to heat damage, what do you think the salon can do? They can issue an apology, of course, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, her hair is still the way it is. Because even when I got my heat damage, yes, the stylist apologized. She did recommend some conditioner, and she did let me come in to cut some of the heat damage off in the back, and then I cut the front off. But it's like I still have to get up out of this chair with all this damage. Like it just feel like it just was not enough. So what do you think will be a justifiable solution if, let's just say hypothetically, everything was done correctly, which I personally do not believe it was, because she already showed some negligence, such as the towel band where you got to go back, heat oil left in the hair, you got to go back and do it again. Just so many things was pointed out, and it's again very, very unfortunate. But let's go ahead and see what the update is on all this. I actually have not watched the update video, so hopefully this was months ago and your girl is in a much better state, but we're going to go ahead and see what is going on as of today and come back with more.
I just wanted to give a quick update from the heat damage video. First of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like the love, the support, the solidarity y'all have shown me is, I don't think I was truly expecting to receive the type of response that I've received from the video. And I don't know, I think I'm just at a loss for words, that I'm just so grateful. So first of all, thank you. Right now, my DMs look a mess. It is chaotic in there. So I'm slowly but surely trying to get back to everyone's messages. But I also am trying to prioritize my mental health. So like if you see me dressed up, I'm trying to go out and touch grass, like hang out with my friends and my family and just try to ground myself, because honestly this has just been a lot. I am quite literally overwhelmed. As for my hair, I'm gonna be cycling through wigs as you can see. Wigs, my kinky curly clip-ins, flat twist buns, just something to be giving my hair a break in between. But I do plan to do my boot camp series to try and revive something. Like, I know I'm not expecting a miracle, but if I do plan to like do the big chop and taper or transition, the root, the damage is at the root, so I still have to like grow out just a little bit more hair, just a little. Like, I know I'm gonna have to cut my hair eventually, but I do want to give myself and my hair a fair shot. And I also want to do a Q&A box on IG stories, because I'm working on like a longer YouTube video that's like a deep dive and just really breaking everything down, because I feel like there's been a lot of hot takes and opinions and people kind of spewing misinformation that's just not necessarily correct. So yeah, I know a good majority are new here, so you're following me for my hair journey, which is absolutely happening. But I am more than, and I post more than just my hair. Like, I love fashion, I love traveling, I love culture, I love dancing, I love film and cinematic storytelling. I love kicking with the girls. Like, so I hope you guys stick around for that too, because yeah. But mentally, I'm doing better. Like, I know some of y'all are saying you are too calm. Like, I would have been crashing out. Baby, I did. I did for 30 days and 30 nights. I did, okay? But offline, because I needed time to process before I had all this influx of this. But it's also been incredibly, incredibly reassuring to know that y'all have been so supportive of me this entire time and willing to follow me and support me through any decision that I make. So I, again, just want to say thank you. So, hey y'all, I just wanted to give a quick update from the heat damage video.
Alrighty,
Thank
so
you from the bottom of my heart. Like,
make sure that's muted. So that is the update. So I'm happy that your girl is trying to move forward and she's found alternative hairstyles. In the meantime, I will be following her. Let me do the follow right now, actually, because I definitely want to see this boot camp and just see just kind of where she goes with her hair and everything in between. And hopefully it can help out other women who are suffering from similar damage. But yeah, again, I will be crashing out as well, like she said that she did, but offline, similar to my story. I didn't bring my story time online and put the stylist on blast or anything like that, but it definitely was traumatizing until my bangs grew back, because I decided like it was like so much limp hair in the front. I decided to just quote unquote big chop my bangs off into well above my eyebrows. It was like basically barely even half an inch of hair up there. I would just braid it down and try to blend it in until it grew back. But luckily it grew back maybe in like 6 months. It was at a decent length. And then maybe about a year, it was pretty much to a length that I felt comfortable with and not had to worry about it no more, which like she stated. Also, hair does grow back, so your girl will be okay, whether she has the big chop or whether the boot camp does her justice. But she actually did get a comment from Jackie Aina, which is great. She says, I really hope the salon and stylist involved make this right. So, yes, that's what we're all hoping for because this is crazy. Someone else said, do you believe they might have used relaxer or a texturizer in your hair? Please try this product and restore my curls. So, Mono's hair elastic restoring treatment. Okay, so I know about Mono's hair a little bit. I haven't used their product, but if you use that restoring mask or treatment, let me know if it actually works. Try a bond builder. So there's a lot of advice, and some people are saying also do protein treatments. What will be your advice for your girl or someone suffering from similar damage? Like, what products have you found that actually work to revert your curls or coils back? Or are you just a girl like myself who just don't got time for it and I just big shopped it all off and just started over? But it looks like there may be another update. So let's go ahead and see what your girl has to say in this video as well. So it's this video.
The Cut reached out to share your heat damage story. Like New York Magazine's culture defining platform, The Cuts. I'm gagged. No, like I'm gagged. Like this is so major. Y'all don't understand. I think the most beautiful part about it is that I was reached out to and interviewed by a Black woman, and she shared my story with such care. Sharing my story reminded me just how many Black women share this exact same lived experience. But we do have the spaces to speak about that, and we shouldn't have to do it without shame or fear. And healing can look like starting over, but it doesn't have to be out of defeat, can be out of intention. So if you're building your hair like me, I definitely shared some products that I'm using in my boot camp. So read it and let me know what you think.
Alrighty, so yes, I'm glad that this story is getting a lot of just comments and going viral and recognition that it deserves. I'm glad your girl is featured on a magazine because she deserves it. She is very, very beautiful too, by the way, with or without heat damage. Your girl's definitely popping. Like she said, she definitely showcases fashion, travel, all type of stuff. So I am happy that there is light at the end of this tunnel. And again, hair does grow back, and whatever decision she decides to make, whether she does the big chop or whether she does use products that revert it to a certain extent, I am just here for it. And I just really want to, again, follow your girl on her journey, whatever that decision may be. But also share your journeys and tips and tricks down below as well. If you're someone who suffered from heat damage, and just really put us all up on game on what the best products and methods should be to handle this type of situation. Also, if you're going to stylists, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's just your everyday neighborhood type celebrity or stylist, whether it's just a kitchen stylist, let us know how to properly vet your stylist so that we don't have to face this. Also, what are your steps you feel like should be taken in order to get a silk press? So to me, I feel like you should get a good shampoo, also conditioning, deep conditioning. Also, yeah, you will blow dry. Blow dry should be done with proper tools, like good tools that are not going to damage your hair, with heat protectant. And then use a flat iron. I like the Baby Bliss, but that's on Amazon. I don't know what professionals use. And I feel like one pass or maybe two at the most, if you have it on lower heat, is all you need. But you definitely don't need to keep going back and back over and over and over to try to get it as straight as possible, because the more passes you do, of course, you're running the risk for heat damage more and more. So that's just my perspective and opinion as someone who is unlicensed. But if you are licensed, or if you just, get silk presses on your hair and your hair reverts back fine, let us know all that down below. Also, at the time of this recording, you may know by now, we did reach 10K. We will be doing a live very soon. I have a lot going on right now, so I'm taking a big test that I'm studying for. So it will be after that. So hopefully at the end of September or maybe the first week of October. But I'm going to put the date on my community tab whenever I come up with it. So be on the lookout for that, for our live 10K celebration. I'm very excited. I will be giving Design Essentials bundles away to one lucky winner for the giveaway for hitting 10K. So I left the rules to enter the giveaway on my community tab. Basically, subscribe to me here, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and let me know in maybe email or my DMs or whatever is easiest for you that you've done all three with proof, and you will be entered into the giveaway. And again, one lucky winner will win. But that's the end of this video. So email me any cool stories you think will be ideal for the channel. But until next time, see ya.